Evening, everybody. Welcome to another extra. I'm getting used to saying that, messing it up at first, but any human. Listen, I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you've been out riding today. I know the weather's been a bit hit and miss, but we're living in the UK, so I don't know. Sunday, maybe you're just coming back from riding. If so, hope it's been good. Maybe your last ride before Christmas. Okay, we're gonna do tonight's show. We have got the Apico Factory Racing Honda team on. We were going to get Dylan on as well, team manager, but Dylan is he's got a severe dose of man flu, and for us men watching, any women watching, look, childbirth and all that, it doesn't even come close. Look at me being controversial. Man flu is horrendous. So Dylan, we wish you the best. I hope that doesn't affect your Christmas. So look, let's get them on. One of them's been backstage, just making sure in the green room, making sure his hair's okay. The other one has been obviously doing the right thing because he's knocking on a bit like me now, and he's a cap wearer. Let's bring in Tom first. There's Tom, hair looking immaculate. Mr. Tom Grimshaw, and there's Marty Barr running the cap. Marty, us oldies, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you knows it. Let's just bring up a little banner. I'm going to show this as we're going along because as you're watching tonight, okay, so a lot of people have been asking with this, the way we set this stream up. If you write comments on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, live on YouTube, I get to see the comments and I can bring them on screen. Unfortunately, on Instagram, I can't bring the comments up, but I can go on to Instagram, and I do, and I check if there's any comments. So when they start coming up, I'll make sure we bring some comments up. I think I just missed the start of that. Anyway, a few people are watching now. So this is this lot here. There they are. What a lovely pair. Couldn't help myself. Right, Tom, let's start with you. Arenacross, bloody hell, you're doing it. Obviously, Marty's got a bit of experience, but you've been looking at this for some time, but here you are. This is going to be your first stab at it. How you feeling? How's the prep been going? Because obviously, we live in the UK. We need more Arenacross tracks, but I think you've sniffed a few out, and you look good when we built the track up at Moto 101 for your first attempt. Feeling better now you've had a few more goes at it?
Well, that's the thing. It's just getting used to a different discipline, and I knew that was going to be the hard point. It's basically done motocross obviously all my life, but stepping into like a slightly different sort of skill work now was going to be tough. But I was sort of, even though I'm 23, I was sort of getting to that point of like I needed something a little bit new, instead of just doing the same thing year in, year out, of spending these months just preparing for the motocross season to start in March. I just thought I've always looked at the Arenacross as a potential of to get gate drops. You're in front of the big crowds, you're indoors, that's the main thing. And it's also just a completely new experience for me. So, and it's given me that bit of life of like, right, yeah, it's been really fun actually just scoping out the tracks and riding when I can, and actually putting my skills to the test a little bit. So that's what I've been enjoying about.
What have you? How many Arenacrosses have you come to? I mean, you've obviously seen it. I'm assuming that you've been and sat in the crowd at a few. You're not coming in that cold.
No, I've been to two. So I ventured up to when you had one in Manchester a couple of years ago, and then went 2 years ago to London, which is obviously my closest one. So. It's just one train journey away. So popped into those, and I took my girlfriend Ella, and she's never seen anything like that before. And she's obviously seen the motocross side, but never seen it indoors. She's blown away, and she said, "Oh, she's loving it because you obviously clean, you're indoors, everything. She's loving it." So she was pushing me. Martin then got onto me and pushing it because they're saying it's good. It's good gate drops. It's good racing. There's nothing else to do that sort of time of the year. And I just thought, let's go and do it for 2025.
Good man, Tom. Date night.
Date night. Yes.
Takes the missus to an Arenacross. Top man. You know to look after her, don't you? Clearly. I don't know if you give her enough money to spend. She's got money of her own, clearly. But, Good stuff. Well, you sat line this time. She's going to be in the crowd watching you. So, you know.
Yeah. I've got to put on a performance, haven't I? Now, so but now I'm looking forward to it.
I think, you know, I want to encourage this year's tour that, you know, I don't think we have enough. We don't have enough. I'm not sure if the arena will shut me down for saying this. I haven't checked actually, so I might be getting in trouble saying this. But I think we need to get more people bringing banners out, you know, like gladiators, so like, go Tom, and all that kind of stuff. That's what we need.
To be honest, like I've invited all my family because obviously again it's something new. They've always seen me race over the years, but this is something different. And when I said, I'm racing inside Wembley Arena or I'm in Birmingham, the eyes lit up, and they've all bought a load of tickets, so pressure's on me, but they're all talking about getting T-shirts made up and everything to come on with me and everything. So it's all you can see is progressing. So
this is good, Marty. You're laughing at that. You've done it, obviously. You know what it's like, particularly Belfast. Let's start. I mean, what's this? Your fourth? No, maybe more than that. How many seasons of Arenacross have you done? 5?
Yeah,
could even be more.
It's a lot more. I kind of kickstarted my career back in 2001. I won the 80 small wheel British Championship, which got me sponsored by Fox, and then that rolled into Dixon Yamaha then. I've done all the schoolboy stuff on my early days in the adults. Done a few seasons, and then I missed a few years, but I've been back now the last 4 or 5 years, and I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. You know, it's, as Tom was saying, it's indoors, it's clean, but it's just that intensity. It's like it's racing a bike. You know, this time of the year we're always going practicing in the deep in shit, not making any money. And you know, this series on good prize money, race time. You know, it just makes sense. And I just hopefully it grows bigger and bigger with everybody, and we get a lot more schoolboys coming into it to get a taste for it and for the years to come.
Yeah, we were talking just before we started there. You know, you guys have been around in the British motocross and come through that system. Marty, you know, obviously you're a bit older than Tom, but like I said, you've been there. Tom, same thing, riding the Red Bulls, you know, as a young rider, Tom, and obviously Marty way before that. So do you think, you know, what they're trying to do now with the ACU, and now the fact it's an ACU British Championship, and now, you know, where we're at with new chairman at the ACU and new series director for the motocross, Paul Irwin, and Matt talking a lot more. You know, do you think it's like, if we're going to grow motocross, the idea of kind of following the American model is I know we're a smaller nation and we don't have the resources, but surely, you know, would you agree that new people coming out to see the sport in an arena might just help motocross? Because you can't, it's always been my argument, you can't just jump into Arenacross. I know that's a terrible pun, but you know what I mean. You've got to start at your local motocross shop and at your local motocross track. So in many ways, would you agree that Arenacross probably does more for motocross than motocross can actually do itself, regards of getting new people into it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, for one, it's clean and dry. You know, it's for us as riders to try and get like personal sponsors on board. And you know, you're racing this weekend at an outdoor, and it's absolutely pissing down, hammering it. It's not a good image straight away. Where, you know, you can invite them into the indoors, and you know, it gets them a taste for it. And yeah, it's a no-brainer for, you know, the young guys coming through, and as you're saying, the ACU joining forces, and you know, the whole thing being one. I think it's very, very important for the sport to go forward, and you know, to get them introduced into it early, to let it grow.
Yeah.
You know, I think it will definitely work. And,
what about you, Tom? Because, you know, because this is your first time. This is what I'm saying is, you know, you didn't do it as a kid, because, you know, motocross was maybe a bit more like in a stronger place then, maybe, you know, and what I meant by that is the prize at the end of the rope as well. You know, like getting to GPs in EMX, the structure was a bit better. Like now it's hard to make the grade to make it to GP level, because, you know, there's no prize money at GPs anymore. EMX has got harder and harder because you have to invest so much to get there. You know, if you was to start now, if you could rewind 10, 15 years and you was that kid now, would you be looking at Arenacross like now, regards of like the bigger picture? Do you think?
I'll be doing it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it all. Just from what I see and everything like that. Again, you're being put on that pedestal, of just like ultimate exposure, the lights, the crowd, everything, and even just probably you get like your handful of pictures at the end of the night. Let's just say from your race, and with the crowd in the background and everything, and then you go to show or you go to a potential sponsor you want to come on board. That is so much more appealing than if you was just in a field somewhere racing, which is sometimes the image you get, obviously. And I think if you're looking to get people on board and everything, there's not a better place, I think, to start than Arenacross, regarding of, I think everyone's got obviously their opinion with how to make British motocross better and everything, but I do actually believe this is the steps we're taking. I think it's now really up and running, and I think this is really positive for the whole British motocross community. With hopefully the 2 championships now coming together, people are talking. You're going to have a professional indoor series, and then you're going to have a professional outdoor series. And you're going to be racing for most of the year. And I don't think we can ask for more than that.
Did you find it, the pair of you? This is a question for you both. Dylan has obviously been in the sport a long time. Really successful with the Apico factory racing brand, just celebrated, what was it, 50 years or 40 years? I can't remember. Remind me, fellas.
40 years.
40 years, yeah. So was Dylan's mindset with this? Have you noticed a difference? Because, like, he's a very calculated bloke. Obviously, we were going to get him on tonight, but he's poorly. But it seems to me from where I'm sat that he was a bit more open to looking at Arenacross now than ever before as well. Was that the case, do you think?
I think first off, it took both of us to step forward and say we're up for it, Yeah. And then once I think Martin was always on board, and Martin sort of talked me into doing it and brought me around to the idea. And when I started looking at it, going, cool, yeah. And then when I actually had the conversation with Dylan, I think he actually also realised, But I don't know if you agree, Martin. But
yeah, no, definitely. Being with Dylan and Anna now for quite a few years. First 2 series that I've done, 22 and 23, I was just kind of on my own. Where Dylan wasn't really involved. He supported me for it, but he wasn't fully on board. And now this year, he definitely seems a lot more up for it, with Tom doing it as well, and myself, more of a team structure. He definitely seems to be a lot more positive and looking forward to it, which relates back to us riders. It gives us just a lot better feeling, that I'm going there and have all the support, where the last couple of times I've been just going myself and my mate from back home, me and Marshall mechanicking. So it's good to have him on board. I think we just need to go there and enjoy it, and just take it round by round. And as you said before, Dylan's very successful and runs a really tight ship, and everyone's always looking prime. So we're definitely going to be looking smart, and Dylan will be doing his stuff as always.
Oh yeah, the team always looks smart, particularly you guys as well with the vets, Motocross of Nations. Bikes look good. That bikes always look good. Kit always looks great, obviously, because let's be honest, you're a couple of riding mannequins for the business. That's you're there. Obviously, you promote everything that Apico do. So Belfast, Marty, obviously, it's just there. It's just, I mean, Arenacross wouldn't be Arenacross if we didn't go to Belfast. I'm sure Matt Bates, if he's watching this, would agree with that. I guess it's only ever one where we pretty much do 2 rounds, and most nights, all the time, it's just rammed. What is it? Why is Northern Ireland so? It is different than the UK. I can't fathom it. Because you got the road racing over there. Everybody over there just seems to be more into motorcycling. Can you explain why? I don't get it.
We're just all petrol heads over here. We just love our bikes and engines and all the rest of it. And as you say, it's always a really good one to come to for the atmosphere, because it's always pretty much sold out. And and when you get introduced to the crowd, there's no feeling like it. It's my only chance I get to race at home now. So it's absolutely fantastic, and I always love coming to it, because I have a lot of family and friends obviously go to it to support it. And yeah, there's always an extra bit of added pressure, but I think this year it's going to work hopefully better for me, because Belfast was always round 1 and 2. And with me, no tracks over here, I don't get anywhere to prepare. So I was always just going in Saturday morning practice, and bang, that was me getting my first taste of Arenacross. So with it now being later on in the schedule, at least I'll have Birmingham and London for a bit of a warm up, before we get to Belfast. So it's definitely shaping up to be a good one.
It's always good. Tell me this then, Tom. You can answer this. This is for you as well, Marty. Like we said, if we're going to grow this thing, which we are obviously looking to do, that's the royal we, with my Arenacross hat on, literally. We're gonna need to get more. I know the weather's a problem, but obviously if we build it, then we'd like to think that more practice tracks might start building some tracks like Moto 101. Obviously, the ideal scenario is to get ones with roofs over it, but if we build the scene, that will come. So what have you been doing in the meantime? I guess it's tough. We know that for British riders to get out and practice. So where have you managed to get down to Spain? Where have you been getting, SX Works, I guess? Where have you been getting the laps in?
Yeah, you just got to do what you can this time of the year. Unfortunately, it's just I've got more access to the places than Martin has. Let's just say that. I've been going up to Sheffield to the SX Works to get the feeling of being indoors. So that's been good. Apex Motor Park fortunately built a good practice track, which again, that's just affected by weather, but I managed to get a session up there before the weather turned. And then Moto 101, of course, come on board. So there is places, and I'm hoping this can build now. Obviously, we're just always playing with the weather. But this time of the year, I think if you're just getting bike time, it's good. It's good. If you can get on Arenacross, that's perfect. But if you're just get some bike time on your bike before round 1, obviously you're going to put the work in. So, but to add to my training and stuff like that, I went straight on Facebook Marketplace and bought a BMX for 50 quid and been getting down to the local pump track because I've seen that replicates the heart rate, sort of what I get when I go indoors. I've been dedicated to the program, Jeff.
You have. Listen, not to dump any extra pressure on you, but you do know that McGrath started in BMX.
Yeah. Well.
So. Yeah. I'm just saying, if you're out on the BMX track, I should imagine, give it 5 years, Marty, and it'd be up in there. It'd be like run away like the king of Arenacross in a few years, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's as you're saying, it's hard for everybody. Unfortunately, we don't have anything over here in Northern Ireland. But with it growing and stuff, I've already started asking a few questions and trying to find a few premises. If there's something big enough over here that's lying empty, that we could maybe build something for the future, because I do quite a few training schools over here, private ones, and it's something that I've always been trying to tell the kids that it's good to get into, because you're timing and trying to be that inch perfect ever. You can replicate that on the motocross track as well. And I think with the ACU the way it is now, it's only going to get better. So who knows? Hopefully we can try and get something over here. But for me, I've had no Arenacross prep as of yet. I'm hopefully trying it across to SX Works between Christmas and New Year before round 1. But yeah, no, Tom's well ahead. He's got a BMX. He's pumping it out there. So he's on it.
What you said though there, Marty, because we've had a few pro riders say that, Tommy Searle, Dean Wilson, actually Remet, anybody, Subs, anybody that's ridden a bike and raced motocross, particularly with modern motocross tracks. I think there's more crossover now, obviously with Supercross and Arenacross techniques on a motocross track. So like you say, again, from where I sit, an old ex-racer, I only see the benefits of doing it. It sounds like you will agree, like the fact that you said you're getting bike time, you're getting gate drops, you're getting that intensity. And, obviously we've had a few people counter argument. Yeah, but you can get injured, but then you can get, how many riders have we seen injured on a motocross track in the off season? The point is, you're racing, you're earning money, good money, which is, you guys are pro. Like that's the bit that over the last couple of years, maybe I haven't quite comprehended how people sort of going, well, it's dangerous, but then what are you saving yourself for if you've got a real opportunity to get some decent coin in your pocket at a time of year when you're kind of slogging it out?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it just keeps you so sharp. You know, you can see like the likes of Jet Lawrence and even Conrad. You know, the way they're hopping over bumps and stuff now, and you know, it's a lot of bike action physically on a bike, and you do a lot of that in Arenacross. So
Yeah.
it definitely sharpens up your skills. As you're saying, you know, yeah, what are we saving ourselves for if you're not doing the Arenacross? You can down your local motocross track doing your training and have a silly crash and you know get injured. So yeah, it's just part and parcel. But for me, I'd rather be racing and you know trying to earn a few quid along the way, and you know it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, Tom, what are you looking forward to the most? Obviously, you're coming in as an AX virgin. You've watched a couple of shows. Is there one thing in particular? If I asked you, I'm going to put it out there. If there's one thing in particular that you would, out of the whole package, that what are you looking forward to the most? I'd like to think you're looking forward to it all, but
Yes.
what's the one thing in particular? Is it just
sort of walking out of the stadium alive at the end? You know,
don't be saying that.
No, it's generally just the buzz. I know the buzz that people say you get from just racing short, sharp, intense races, and then with the stadium and the crowd and everything like that. I really am looking forward to that, you know. So, but overall, it's exciting to do something different. That's what I'm trying to get at, you know. And we're talking about the riding skill now and everything like that. And like both of you know that I'm not the most prettiest on the bike, but generally I think this is going to help me with bike skill and everything. And I have sort of started to notice because I have to be much more exact with what I'm doing now. You know, there's no of this. If you're half a second of lack of concentration off, like it goes wrong, you know. So if anything, it's going to make me a better rider. But overall, what I'm most looking forward to is just racing in all these different stadiums across the country and just doing something completely different.
You'll be, honestly, mate, you know, if you weren't wearing Liat kit and you had Alpine Star on, you'd be looking like Jet Lawrence in like by the end of the tour, mate.
I know what Dylan's really looking forward to. For the first time, me and Tom's in our first head-to-head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Dylan's face going, oh no.
But at the same time, I'm sure Dylan is watching this. As much as he'd be nervous, but the media from that, you know, you two on the track, you've got the whole track to yourself. Like just the video content, the photography, perfect. You know,
me diving up the inside on the last turn. Yeah,
you know it's going to happen at some point. I would. I hope you both obviously can get straight through without having to go through the head-to-heads. But ironically, it probably will happen at one round at least.
Yeah, definitely. It was like a few years back when Graham Irvin came back. He'd retired and he came back to do the Arenacross. But sure enough, me and him end up in the head-to-head together, and the whole crowd was going mad. It was pretty cool. So it was. I'm just glad I came out on top in that one. So, but yeah, for me and Tom to be out there in the same team, it will be good. But obviously, you know, we're racing. We're not going out there to do anything stupid. It's a long year, so but yeah, we can't wait to get started.
No, honestly, you and me both. You know, I'm every year I say that. You can see over my shoulder there, that side. Yeah, been 10 years. I've done every one, and I still get excited for everyone every year. I think it's because we have that little break and that little hiatus where you have to slow down, you have to take a break from it, and then you know we get to around this time of year, it's like yeah, you know, keen to get going. So even though I'm not racing it, like the buzz of getting back to it and seeing everybody, and you know, Marty, you've done it, not to make Tom even more nervous, but as you get nearer showtime, you can't help but it just rises from your gut. You start to feel the energy, don't you, of the crowd and everything. Exactly. And when the lights go down and you know you're actually just about to start and it's going to happen, it is a buzz. There's no doubt about it. You're going to love that bit, Tom. Actually, I think you'll really love that when we call you out and you ride between the flames and you give it the big wave to everybody and all that. You'll be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this. Let's just quickly sign off then with the fact that we're going to Abu Dhabi. I mean, that's you know, the fact that obviously it's a world tour, so you guys are in contention for the British Championship, obviously, because that's only open to British riders or British-based riders. And with a British passport, but you're also going to be in a position to potentially qualify and go to Abu Dhabi. Now, that in itself, you know, it's got to be an amazing opportunity. I mean, you've got to qualify first, but I mean, again, from a British motocross perspective, that can't be nothing but a good thing, putting loads of British athletes on the world map, you know, because we've done our kind of maths on it, and you would have thought that the amount of foreign riders coming to race the world tour, I think there's only like 5 or 6, which Matt deliberately kind of kept it that way. So with 20 riders going to Abu Dhabi, at least 14 British riders are going to be going to Abu Dhabi. I mean, that's got to be a big thing. Like I said, to put yourself in that shop window, you know, literally, you might be riding out in Abu Dhabi, and there might be somebody over there highly influential going, "Oh, I like that Tom Grimshaw. He's got lovely hair. I'm going to sponsor him."
No, it's big. It's a great opportunity. It's just you can't say no to it. So obviously, we're going to do our best to try and put ourselves in a spot where we qualify for it. But when we got the rundown, the email through of what the Arenacross guys are going to do for us, it's pretty impressive. So there's still some logistical sort of things we need to sort out with the team and everything. But if we can get that all straight and I do my piece on track, I would love to be there. And I'm sure Dylan would love to be there to promote his brand also across the water. So no, I definitely won't be saying no to it. I don't think mine would be either.
No, it's brilliant. You know, obviously for as you were saying, British motocross to be signing off in Abu Dhabi, it's fantastic. And you know, hopefully me and Tom and Dylan will all be in that mix to, you know, qualify for it and get out there. Seeing the prize money that Tyson Fury got from last night for his match, boxing match, you know, who knows? It would be nice, but yeah, no, I think
don't think we're quite at that level yet, Marty, but we're trending in the right direction. Put it that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's hats off to everybody involved for making it happen, and you know, I'm excited, and you know, hopefully I'll get out there.
Well, look, fellas, again, just a welcome addition to the tour, because I know you guys are obviously very good mates. You know, a good bunch to be around and all that, and that's the thing. You know, it's a real good vibe at the Arenacross, so I know you're gonna have a great time with it all. I just want to embarrass Tom one more time, but he's not easily embarrassed. But there's a nice message on Instagram, which I can't bring up on the screen, from Honey Sanford. First met Tom at Landrake. I was a marshal, and he threw his goggles off. And when I took them back to him, he was such a polite young man. But that's not embarrassing. That is true, Tom. And you've even said it yourself in a Man on the Van interview that, you know, you got a bit more aggressive on the track, but there you go, which I'm sure Arenacross will help you with that as well, by the way.
Yeah.
When you got Ash Greedy coming up the inside of you, you got to find a way to fight. I'm not just singling Ash out, but you know, I am basically I am. But it will be a lot of fun. So it's all cool. Well, look, fellas, I appreciate your time. Marty, obviously, thanks for tuning in from your kitchen there. Will you actually being in your kitchen on Christmas Day? Are you responsible for doing Christmas dinner, or do you step out of the kitchen at that time?
I step away. I try and entertain the kids. The cooking's not my really up there with me. But lucky enough, this year we're going to my wife's parents, so they're doing the cooking this year. So we've got out of it. So, but yeah, nice. No, I'm not one for the kitchen.
What are you doing, Tom? You family Christmas at home?
My sister's actually taking the reins this year. She's with her boyfriend. She's taking it on at her new apartment, so we're all going over there. So pressure's on her. So we'll see how she gets on with it.
Well, okay. I want to see basically you know, the reviews of Christmas dinner on TripAdvisor. You can tell me how it went actually when we get to Birmingham. Well, listen, you two. Look, thanks for your time. Have a brilliant Christmas. You know, kick back, have some quality time with family, and then of course we get busy on Jan 4th at BP Pulse Arena. So looking forward to that. Go steady New Year's Eve, fellas, because we're like 4 days later we're racing. All right.
No,
well, you are. I mean, I'm not. I'm going to drink copious amounts of red wine and probably not even make it till midnight and see the fireworks. But you got to take it steady because I'm old. All right. Oh, there I said it.
No worries.
Have a great time. Again, fellas, thanks for your time. Thanks everybody watching. We'll see you yeah, basically see you at Birmingham, Jan 4th.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Fellas. See you later.
Yep.
All the best.
Yeah, thanks.
There they go. There's Marty. There's Grimmy. So that's it. Another one of them. As I said, we're going to be doing I can't remember when we said we were going to do it. I think we said Monday the 30th. We're going to do, Monday the 30th. We're going to do a quiz, basically a quiz night, kind of aimed around Arenacross. So actually, if anybody's got any questions for that, wants to come up with some questions, providing you legitimately give me the right answer, just hit me up actually, or hit us up on private message them on Instagram or our Facebook page. Obviously with your name, it should come up anyway. And then we can maybe put some of those questions into the quiz, which would be pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do. A bit of fun to end the year before we get down to business, as I said, on I think it's the 4th. So that's it, everybody. I'll see the other side of Christmas. Have a great one. Be kind to each other. Just make it count. Some of you know I've also had a difficult run into Christmas, so I'm certainly going to make it count. That's what it's all about. Having a great time. We go racing, we do what we do, but friends and family are really important. So make it a good one, and then we'll all come together at Birmingham and kick off this season proper with the first AX World Tour round. So we'll see you then. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll see you on the other side of that on the 30th for the quiz. Take care. Have a good one. See you later.